We're here with Tony O'Shea, the Silverback. Tony, we're in one of the very first pubs that you started in here, the Armoury. What is your very first memory of darts, first and foremost?
Obviously, the first proper game on a proper board would have been in here after football on a Saturday and Sunday lunchtime. It was just for fun in them days after the football match, and just a bit of a wind down for the lads. But I seemed to win quite often when we used to play killer and loop or whatever we were playing, and that's where it all started really.
So it's something sort of that, obviously after the football, that you picked up with your mates and that, and it just kind of, you got good at it from there, and it's kind of snowballed from there really. Yeah,
again, I never thought I'd even play for a team in them days. It was just a bit of fun. We used to put a couple of coppers in. I'm going back late 70s now, like, so put a few coppers in. We used to fill in the football card. If you won the game or loop, whatever we'd put in each, we'd put on the card. And I tended to win nearly every football card, so I realised that I could play a bit.
What about your first ever league match? What memories have you got from that?
I can remember what I was wearing and everything. It was a red check shirt and light coloured cords, and I did a 40 darter. I hit double top. It took me forever, but I remember thinking, oh, everyone's watching me. But then the team captain, obviously it was my first time in a league, and he said, they're not looking at you, look at the dartboard. So if you do okay on the dartboard, they're not looking at you. After that I settled down a bit, so yeah, I remember my first leg of darts in the league, and it was a 40 dart.
Did you ever think as well back then, sort of, you'd be making two sort of BDO World Finals? Did you ever think that it'd get to that point where you'd be stood on the stage there?
Only 10, 12 years ago I was never thinking that way.
Yeah.
It's just something that's progressed over the years. I did it for fun at first, obviously, and then I joined a team, and it took a long time for me to get to this stage. I'm going back 35 years now. I never dreamt that I'd make two finals, maybe more yet, so no, never thought
that. And what about the first sort of ever win in this pub? How well do you remember that?
Well, it was just the Edgeley District League. We're right close to the football ground here, Edgeley Park, and them days, late 70s, early 80s, there was probably 30, 40 pubs around here. So we had our own league, just Edgeley itself. Things have changed a lot since then. I've been all over the world playing darts now.
That's another thing as well. I mean, you've represented England as well. I mean, to be sat back in this pub and think you've been all that way and you've represented your country or something, that's an astounding thing to think back on.
Yeah, 35 years ago, going to the Hazel Grove League was a big thing. I've been all the way to Charlotte in North Carolina and won the World Cup singles. Yeah, come a long way darts since I started.
And what does it mean to you as well personally that you see places like this and there's still the board up and there's still the interest there? Is it nice to look back on that?
Yeah, I mean, where we are in Stockport, it's had a great history with darts. The first ever League 9 dart was hit not far from here, Albert Gamble, in about 1978. And even now in this pub, the Armoury, this is my local pub team, Tuesday nights. Myself and Darryl Fitton still play here. He's an Edgeley lad just like me, and it's nice that we've been all over the world, but we still turn out on Tuesdays and play for the local pub. It's brilliant.
Sorry, fantastic, thanks very much.
My pleasure.